Hello gorgeous, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel. I am excited to play with some new affordable makeup today. Most of it is from Essence. I have a new brow soap. I have a new liquid liner, a new powder foundation. I have some lip balm stains that I'm gonna play with. We're having fun. It's all at an affordable price tag. If you would like to watch me put this face together and get some first impressions, then just keep watching. The first new product from Essence that I have is this Essence Brow Styling Soap Set. There's a mirror and it says it's transparent, but wow. I had a hard time getting it, but it just pulls right off like a sticker. Very cool. And what I like about it is it comes with a little brush. How cute is that? So this looks like it's gonna be the type that you have to wet. Yeah, that feels dry. I've got a little MAC Fix Plus here that I'm gonna dampen it. I really do like the packaging. So now I'm rubbing this little baby spoolie in there and I'm just gonna put this in the brows. Seems to be holding really well. I'm gonna clean off that spoolie and then I'm gonna use the other side to press it in. Ooh, that's a little awkward. Okay, let's see how that dries down. I'm just gonna set that there, put it there, see how fast it dries. Let's hope it dries fast. I'm gonna start with my eyes because I want to make sure that I don't have a lot of fallout. So for eye primer as well as concealer, I'm gonna use Essence, their Camouflage concealer. Just pretty good. I think it is a very good coverage. The only thing I would warn you about is it can be a little on the drying side. So I just make sure that my eyes are super hydrated, or sometimes I'll put my Becca and Smashbox under eye corrector underneath it just because that one has so much moisture. But I've been using a hyaluronic acid as well as my eye cream. For eyeshadow, you know I like to mauve it. I'll put a picture up there. And I grabbed another one of these little, are they 6-pan? Let me check it out. This one is called Dancing Green. It's a 6-pan. This is what it looks like. Looks pretty. So let's see what they look like on my eyes. I put a green shirt on today because I am that girl. I want to be matchy-matchy. I'm still loving my little mint melt collection from e.l.f. This little brush set, hopefully that is still available. I will check. And if it is, I'll link it below with everything I'm trying today. I'm going to go into this shade right here on the bottom left. I would call that the most mid-tone shade. And I'm going to put that in my crease and focus it in the outer corner. And it has got some pigment. I think these palettes are $3.99. Like, seriously? How beautiful is that? Pretty. Take this fluffier brush from the Mint Melt collection and I'm going to go into this creamy colored shade and just buff along the top here. Then for the bottom lash line, I want to play with this shimmering green right here. I am going to wet that. Sometimes shimmers on the bottom lash line can fall down and cause a mess. So I'm just going to take a little of my MAC Fix Plus, put this here, very pretty. It's a little bit brighter. Tell me if you did anything fun over the weekend. I went to a barbecue at my niece's in-laws house. It was very nice. Had some yummy food, enjoyed some great company. I like that. I think it looks very pretty. I'm not going to deepen the outer corner because I have a new liquid liner to play with, but I do want a little shimmer on the lid, and I think I'm going to go into this one right here. This lighter shimmer is really calling my name. And just make sure that I didn't lose that crease in the shimmer. I like that. I'm gonna throw a little Essence Extreme Lasting Liner. This is not new to my collection. It is one of my favorites. I've recommended this liner to so many people. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the top and bottom waterline. It just glides on and stays pretty darn well. Will last most of the day. Let's go ahead and finish the eyes. For liner, Essence just came out with these Lash Princess liquid liners. They came out with a black, a brown, and a black waterproof. I am always looking for a liquid liner that's not going to run, that's not going to smear, so I thought I would give this one a try. Now, I just watched a review this morning where the influencer, her name's Maryam, said that she was not a fan, and I can't remember why. But I have enjoyed so many Essence products, I had to try it for myself. So as I was applying the liner, it came to me. What she said was that she used it 2 or 3 times and then it dried out. So I will absolutely keep you posted. You know I will continue playing with this and let you know how it goes. I'm going to curl my lashes and put on a little bit of the Essence Lash Princess, a favorite. Be right back. I am back. Fantastic mascara. I know that they just came out with a new volumizing mascara and it is definitely on my radar, but right now I have way too many mascaras that I am rotating through in my drawer, and this one is new-ish and I'm just going to continue using this one and loving this one. I actually picked up 2 brow products. I couldn't decide. I was looking, and this is the Essence Superlast 24 Hour and it looks like this. It has a small-ish tip on it, but the bottom is interesting because it has a sharpener built in, but if you leave the sharpener in and pull the second part out, it's got a little tiny brush. Can you see that? So that's interesting. The other one is the Eyebrow Designer, and this one is an actual sharpen pencil style. I believe this was the less expensive of the 2, and then the cap of this one has a little brush on it. I think today I'm going to use this one on my left side and this one on my right side, and I'll see which one I like better. Now, the pigment is there, easy to glide on. Let's try out this little brush. All right, seems to be blending out the product. It's a little bit on the stiff side, which I am imagining you would need that to go through the brow hairs. I like that. Now, this Superlast is going to have an advantage because this brow usually behaves, this brow does not. So, sorry about that, Eyebrow Designer pencil. Let's see how it goes. All right, this one seems good as well. think it has just as much pigment. I haven't used an actual sharpened pencil in my brows in years. Let me use this little brush and see. Wow. They don't quite match. That one looks good, it just doesn't quite match this one, so I'm going to go back into the Superlast and get them to be a little more related. This one looks a little more feathered, like a little more natural, fluffy brow sort of style, whereas this one looks a little more smooth. I don't know if you can see the difference, but I like them both. Wow, I expected to dislike one of them. I like them both. I'm gonna go into primer, and you know I love my My Skin Perfector tinted primer. I have mine in the shade Nude Beige, and this one I think is old because it's sort of, do you see that? It just sort of crumbled up and fell out of my hand, and I think that's because it is expired. It is a beloved primer of mine. I just spilled it all over my desk cleaning it up here. So I picked up a new one. Let's see if this one is the same design. See, I think it's even letting me shake it. It's definitely a fresh one. Still thick, but not that crumbly texture. It's always been a thicker texture. It's super smoothing. Oh, seems like a different shade. Did I get the same shade? Ah, the one that I ran out of was the Nude Beige, and this is Light Beige. Woo, let's see if we can get away with it. I knew it looked different. It's fine. The lighter primer blends right into the skin, and it just, you can see how much smoother your pores are when you use this, and it does mattify the skin. I'm gonna go into concealer next because I'm trying out a new powder foundation today. Going back into that Camouflage concealer, and I'm just gonna put that under the eyes. Used my Sigma and Taylor Win collab brush for the concealer. I did go over a couple trouble areas, and now I'm just patting it in with my finger to let the warmth of my finger really let it set in. This is the Essence 16-Hour Cover and Last Powder Foundation. This delayed my order. I saw that Essence had these new products, but this one wasn't available, so I impatiently waited for it to become available and then placed my order. Let's see what it says about this foundation. They claim for this to be a long-lasting pressed powder foundation that gives a smooth, matte finish without any caking. Lightweight, high coverage, matte finish, 16-hour wear, waterproof. Sounds lovely. I got the shade 03 Bright Beige. It looks a little bit light. This is what it looks like. And inside, typical little sponge. I'm going to use this and apply it on the skin. Let's just go in. I'm gonna press it in. We're gonna do one side. It has a scent, but it's not too overpowering. Just sort of smells like makeup. It's definitely a little light. Woo, it's definitely very light. I have to exchange this for a deeper shade. We'll see how it wears. So there's one side of the face. Looks smooth. I think I like it. Let me go ahead and apply it to the other side. This looks like it didn't apply very smoothly up here. I'm going to take a powder brush and just try to blend it in a little bit more. Press it in. I love my matte bronzing powder from Essence. It's got 4 different shades. I have talked about this many, many times. It is a beautiful bronzer palette that has a great price. I'm gonna go in with this darker shade on the bottom right. It is less than $10, long lasting, never looks patchy. I've never had an issue with this bronzer, and I've had this one, I would say, a couple of years now. A little under the chin. Under the lip. For highlight, they do have new highlighters. I didn't grab them. This is the Pure Nude. It is a classic. I will show this highlighter some love because, again, I've had it forever and I don't even think I have a dent in the top. Highlighter lasts forever. I've heard good things about the new one. Let me know in the comments if you tried it and what you think. But this is the highlight that I would recommend to somebody that doesn't like highlight, because it can just be super soft. Definitely a glow from within, but you can also build it up to really give a bold shine. If you have texture, it's nice. It's a really good highlight. For blush, I have my The Blush from Essence. They need to come out with a cream blush. But this powder blush in Bespoke is gorgeous. It's a very neutral, not too pink, not too orange. It's a very, almost a brownie pink, I would almost call it. But very smooth, natural finish. I'm gonna go all the way across here because this face needs some color. Good, good, good. I have not tried Essence's newly formulated lip liners. I had the old formula in a lovely brown shade called Because Duh, but they reformulated them for some reason, changed all the names, and unfortunately on both websites, I looked on Ulta and Essence, it was very difficult to figure out the shades of lip colors. So I picked this one, I believe, thinking it would be a nice nude brown, and it is not. It is called Famous. It has a sharpener on the bottom, and it is a retractable lip liner, and it looks like a pinky red to me. So let's use it. It is okay. I can't say that I'm blown away by the formula. It is a good, inexpensive lip liner. It did not go on the smoothest. That could be the shade. If you have a nice brownie nude in this line, please make sure you comment below if I need to try it. Sometimes it's a shade that makes it not go on as smooth. The last product that I want to show you is not from Essence. I just couldn't help myself. So Ulta Beauty came out with these lip balm stain, and I got this one last week, liked it so much I ordered it in another shade. My issue with stains is that they often turn into a really strange sort of pink when they're done, and this one did that. So I wanted to pick up the more browny orange sort of color, but it's very orange. Let me go ahead and swatch this one for you. You squeeze the cap and then it sort of goes on like this, very opaque. It's got a nice shine to it, but what happens is then it leaves a nice stain. So this one is in the shade Apple, and then I also originally picked up the shade Berry Vanilla. And the Berry Vanilla obviously is a nice berry shade. That's funny, this one smells more like berry. Let me smell the apple one again. Maybe it is smelling a little fruity, and it looks red. And what I was really thinking it reminded me of was the Fenty Poutsicle lip stain that I just got and really enjoy. So I'm going to swatch this one underneath this one. I mean, the Ulta one is definitely thicker. The Fenty one is a little bit lighter. But what happens, I will show you when they dry down, is the Fenty, it's a very close alternative if you're looking for a nice stain. But this one's going to dry down more matte and opaque, and this one is going to dry down more sheer. I'm going to try to do a light layer. But you can see how far it goes. It's like a pinky red when you first put it on, but what will happen is when it dries down, it will leave a matte finish. I will leave it on for a couple minutes and then I'll blot it just so that you can see what it looks like. Okay, so these have been on my hand for about a minute, and if you remember, this is the Ulta Lip Balm Stain in Apple, this is the one in the Vanilla Berry, and then this one is the Fenty. And here you go. Now you can see what happens. The Ulta Apple dries down to like a nice matte coral sort of, I would call this like a terracotta brown. I think I may enjoy this one a lot. This is the Vanilla Berry, and then this one is the Fenty. What I like about the Fenty is that it stays a little more red, where the Ulta turns that pink. I would rather it stay red. So far, Fenty is winning in that respect. And this shade in the Fenty is Strawberry Sangria. And look at that. I'm able to, if I scrub, I can get the Ulta off, but not the Fenty. Good job, Rihanna. I'm gonna go ahead and blot this so you can see that pink. So it leaves a nice stain behind that does last. I mean, you're not rubbing your lips like crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and put the Apple one on. So I think I like that better with my green eyes. And there is the Apple, and it's very opaque. I mean, it's definitely a nice product, just not a dupe. So standout products for the new stuff. The brow wax, I love it. I think it is a great size. It's not too bulky. I think the packaging is adorable. I love the convenience of the wand. It did make it a little bit awkward for me to press it down, but I think that's just something that I need to get used to. It does feel almost completely dry, so I know that's a packaging that I just said I didn't particularly love, but for this price and for it to hold my brows exactly where I want them to be, I like that. The liquid liner, I will keep you posted on, but as of right now, I do not see any feathering in the corner of the eye. The brow pencils were great. I think if I had to choose, I would probably choose the Superlast 24 hour. That was the one on this side, but I'm gonna continue playing with both. I think the brows look nice. I think, like I said, this is a more smooth brow look, whereas this one is a little more feathered, spiky sort of look. Ulta Lip products, I like them. Are they as good as the Fenty? No, but depending on what your preference is, this one is not as opaque. These are more opaque, and they do last quite a long time. So I do recommend these lip balm stains. Oh, the eyeshadow. Fantastic. I love it. I think it's great. I think it looks very natural, very pretty. I love these shades. It reminds me of the e.l.f. Jalapeno, but it doesn't seem, these seem a little more sturdy than the e.l.f. eyeshadow palettes, and I think this is $3.99, so I definitely recommend these eyeshadows if you can find a color story that you enjoy. I like to mauve it, and now I like this dancing green. I may end up having to get all of them. If you haven't subscribed, I hope you will consider subscribing before you leave. I would love to have you. I post videos on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. Comment below, let me know you were here. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great day.